the mood of people is that they're very angry, they're very frustrated, and I think that a lot of people who have been speaking to me are talking about, they're using words like dignity, and they believe that this is an attempt by Republicans to remove the dignity of those people who feel British. Now, people will say, they talk about equality and parity of esteem. The reality is we live in the United Kingdom, and the flag they removed is the standard of the United Kingdom. I also think that Sinn Féin, and this is what's annoying people, have talked about reconciliation, and before we get into talks about reconciliation, to deal with the past, they're trying to deal with the future and remove the flag. So people are now saying, Sinn Féin are not genuine in this process. They've done nothing since 1998. They show nothing to a shared future, and they're in government and doing nothing. So I think people are just frustrated with this.
We point out it was, of course, peaceful. Some of the loudest cheers were for the burning of the Irish flag, and this was a loyalist protest about the Union flag. Do you not see a contradiction there, that you have been calling for respect, and some people may interpret that?
Yeah, well, of course there's a contradiction, and we need to remember that it's not the Republic of Ireland that we're in conflict here. We're in conflict with Northern Ireland Republicans, not even Irish Republicans, but Northern Ireland Republicans, people who were born in Northern Ireland under the Union flag. But I think we shouldn't focus on that, and I think that people who are here are angry. But the reality is, people will do whatever they feel is necessary to do something about their hurt. But the reality is, this is about the Union flag. It's not about a tricolour. It is about Northern Ireland Republicans. It's not even about Irish Republicans. And I think that's what we need to remember.
Okay. Assistant Chief Constable Will Kerr this morning said senior loyalist figures, and he mentioned specifically the UVF as well as the UDA, were involved in some of this violence. Is that something, firstly, that you accept?
Well, I didn't hear him say that. What I heard him say
was...
Well,
he has said it.
Well, I didn't hear that. What I heard him say was that there were people involved in violence in paramilitary organisations. What I will say is that the PUPs were very clear. That the PUP strategy is about unarmed resistance. Violence actually covers up the message about the flag, and people can't hear it or see the message because of the violence. And what I would call on is those senior UVF figures to get behind the PUP and join our strategy of unarmed resistance, and that's what I'm calling for. But I'm not aware that any UVF men or UVF senior figures, because I'm always concerned. Everybody seems to be a senior loyalist, and it seems to me there's more senior loyalists than there are leaders in the Communist Party in China.
He did say specifically the UVF as well as the UDA in a BBC interview after his statement. We also had a DUP politician at Newton Abbey Council last night saying that UVF figures he identified were involved in some of the violence. So you seem to be accepting that some of them may be, but you're saying time to stop.
Well, that same MLA I would like to talk to him. He switched his phone off, would suggest to me that's gutless. I'd also say that he knows when he came out he was stoned by people. And I would also suggest to him that he should tell us what was written on the walls in Newton Abbey.